The UK will forge a post-Brexit Anglophone alliance with the United States worth an eye-watering £20 trillion, an expert has claimed, packing significantly more financial firepower than the European Union can muster. Ray Bassett, who has just published his new book, Ireland and the EU Post-Brexit, believes Dublin must follow London's example by severing ties with Brussels in order to become part of the new trading bloc, which he envisages would also include Canada. Mr. Bassett, himself a former Irish ambassador to Canada, as well as Jamaica and the Bahamas, fears without a so-called Irexit, Ireland will end up a peripheral, isolated player on the edge of the continent. In his book, he writes, "Despite the short-term quixotic behavior of the Trump administration, there is every possibility of the emergence of an Anglophone North Atlantic free trade area, encompassing the USA, Canada and Britain. This would form part of an alternative trade strategy for the UK, post-Brexit." Mr. Bassett stressed the strong sense of kinship between the three countries in question. He added, "The aim of these arrangements, with Canada and the United States, would be the creation of an Anglophone North Atlantic free trade and investment area, involving both North American countries and the UK." According to data carried on the International Monetary Fund's website, the combined GDP of the three nations as of 2020 totals just over £20.5 trillion, more than £19 trillion, $25 trillion, more than £5 trillion more than the EU's total, which is slightly less than £15 trillion. The UK would bring with it a GDP of almost $3 trillion, Mr. Bassett said. Mr. Bassett said, during his visit to the UK in June 2019, President Trump was enthusiastic about a bilateral deal with the UK, starting that the US is committed to a phenomenal trade deal with the UK as soon as it leaves the EU. When Ireland's two biggest trading partners start moving towards a mutually beneficial new agreement, it is time to take serious note. Ireland was heavily reliant on American investment and easy trade arrangements between the EU and the USA, Mr. Bassett said.